Hi, this is Allie Wagner of Bay FC, and you are watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Definitely frustrating not getting a win at home after a really good performance we had in Chicago. I thought the first half we were in control, didn't put our chances away, and this is what happens in this league. You're playing good teams, and we kind of lost our way a little bit in the second half. And regained a little bit of the momentum toward the end, but it was too late. So we just have to get back and try to follow. We need to do a better job following one good performance to another, and we're struggling with that right now. So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. We felt that we should have gotten a win today, but credit to Utah and finding a way, and that's what it takes in this league.
Questions, Marissa?
You had a lot of yellows for you tonight, including leading into Utah's goal. Is there frustration that playing such a role in this game?
The yellows, is that what you said? Yeah, it definitely did. We made some subs because of some of the yellow cards, and I have to go back and watch the video. I thought some of the calls were questionable, but who's not going to think that, right, as a coach? Especially that last foul that led to a goal. Seemed a bit soft, especially from my angle and the camera, but that's the way the season's been going so far, and if we put our chances away in the first half, then maybe that's not an issue.
Michael and then Paul.
All right, Coach, what was the range of emotions? Around the 85th minute, you get the goal, then it's called offside, and then they score like about 4 minutes later off of the penalty. So what was the range of emotions for you on the sideline?
Well, I mean, just as you can imagine, it's you go from a high where you've worked hard all game long to get it, and finally it's a breakthrough at the end of the game, and you're excited for that. Again, we went back on video. It looks like it's a questionable one. It could go either way, so I'm gonna have to really look at it. And then you let a goal in from a set piece. The frustration's definitely there, and but for the group, we just have to stay calm, and that's one of the things we're really asking them. It's like, okay, it's going to come. You got to stay calm and composed, but still have that kind of fight and desire to compete. I think they really kind of came after it a little bit more in the second half than we did, at least for the first 20 minutes or so. And that was kind of the difference, because we lost our possession, our rhythm, and we weren't as dangerous until later on in the game, but it's a little bit too late.
Paula and then Sarah.
Paula Maruri, Tanzania. Good evening, how are you? Let's talk about how do you feel to be connecting with your friends after the historic game with Chicago, 35,000 people. How's the emotion? And let's talk about a little bit, how do you guys manage the transition moments in the space? Thank you so much.
Well, for the fans, we really wanted to come here and have get a win for them, because I've been saying we have the best fans in the league. Yes, we played in front of 35,000 fans in Chicago, but we're louder here with 18,000 than they were in Chicago. So we're going to keep at it and hopefully bring good performances in the future for our fans. And as far as the spacing, I thought in the first half we were really good at limiting their chances and opportunities. And like I said, in the second half, it could be that, and I have to go back on video again and watch some of this. Sometimes the frustration sets in when you're not getting a goal, and then if anything, some of the players I thought were a little bit too much individual instead of connecting as a group and play. But we'll have to go and address that and make sure that we're always playing as a team and not just trying to do everything on your own.
Sarah and then Brian.
Hi, Coach.
Yes.
Sarah, SB Nation. Good to see you again. Tough loss, but hopefully on a more positive note. It's Pride Night, and I just wanted to ask you if you wouldn't mind, there's leagues around the country that are eliminating Pride Night. They don't want to celebrate it. So what does it mean for you, for the team, to be able to come here and celebrate Pride Night in June with the fans and the Bay Area community?
Well, incredibly proud and honored that we could be a part of it. I actually told the team right before the game, it's like, let's do this for our fans, because we're celebrating something very special today. And it was, and I thought they kind of brought it in the first half, and they were playing with that energy. But just the fact that we were able to share this moment and day with our fans, wish we would have just gotten a win for them. But we'll keep building on it, and the month we still have a few more games in this month.
Brian.
So Brian G, Santa Cruz Voice. So when Today it was obvious that you were looking to press. You pressed them so hard that you made them change how they were trying to get the ball out of their end because they were failing to do so on many, many occasions. Is this something that after what you saw today, is this something that you may implement in future games, try to make it work even better?
Absolutely. That's what we've been doing in this last couple of games against Chicago. We decided to press up high and make it difficult for them. And I thought in the first half we did a very good job. So, just credit to you for recognizing that, because they couldn't get out. We were creating all sorts of problems for them. And again, I have to go back and tape and see exactly what changed in the second half. That's the type of football we want to play. Now that we've, you can see we're not conceding goals the way we have been. Another set piece, so now we have to go work on that. But our defense, our center backs, our back line, our midfield is a lot more compact, and it's going to allow us to press and make it very difficult for other teams. We just now need to get a goal.
Captain of the San Jose Mercury News. You've now reached the halfway point of the season in games. How would you evaluate where you are so far, and then what do you need to do going forward to get into the playoffs?
Win to get into the playoffs. We need the points. I mean, today was a really good opportunity for us to go up to 15 points. It would have been, I think, tied for 8th place. And but the fact that almost everyone tied this weekend, and this is how crazy this league is, right? At any given point in time, anything can happen. We beat Chicago at their house, then they go to Kansas City. Arguably the best team in the league, and tied 2-2. So we just, we need to make sure we get some points. Now, how do we feel about the season? It could be better. We've progressed, and we've definitely have improved in areas that we've wanted to, which was defensively. And now, as I keep saying, it's putting it all together, and we're so close. We are so close. But we'll see if we can do it.
Coach, this is the second game in a row you've had a roster that you put up starting 11. Do you think this is going to be your starting 11 going forward, or do you still might have some changes?
I'm still probably going to make some changes because as an expansion team in New Year, you're really still trying to figure out which players play well with each other. The reason I went with this starting lineup is we had a win in Chicago, and that's like, why not? Let's not change it. They felt really good about that, and players that came in had an impact last time, as they did today. But it can change. It's a long season, so you also have to watch and make sure that we take care of their bodies and manage them properly. So we'll change the lineup, I think, from time to time.
Couple more, Marco.
Hey, Coach Marco College, Bay Area Sports Wrap. You almost feel the momentum changing late in the match when they were getting those calls by the officiating. Were you could yourself kind of bracing yourself when they got that corner kick right there before they scored?
Yeah, I mean, and that's something that we still need to work on, and that also comes with time, right? Because you're not always going to get the calls, but even we have to do a good job too as coaching staff, because we were getting frustrated. So imagine if we're getting frustrated, they're out in the fields, they're the ones working, and so it's hard not to get frustrated. But that's why you keep just emphasizing the part of like, hey, stay calm and composed. Things aren't going to go your way, and we have to make sure that we stick to our game plan and play our style of football. But it's easier said than done, because when things aren't going your way, or when you're pressing for a goal and the goals aren't coming, right? It's you just kind of start changing the way you play, and it played to their hands. It played to their hands, and they got a little bit of that momentum, and so it's frustrating. Yes, for all.
All right, perfect. So you got one last one, Michael. One last one from you. Last.
All right.
Wrap us up.
All right, Coach, digressing back to the Chicago game, despite not despite, but in addition to the win, what was that whole experience like for you in Wrigleyville, and for the team?
Well, most importantly, I was just so happy that our players were a part of that. The fact that we got to play in front of 35,000 fans at Wrigley Field. We actually showed them a little bit of a video before the game with the history of Wrigley. And just an incredible experience. But more importantly, I was just happy the players got to experience that, and we got a win for our fans.
Perfect.
Hi, Sharks analyst Brett Hedican for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.